Yo, what's good, y'all? I would like to welcome y'all back to episode 68 of Divine Talks Podcast. Today, on which I'm recording this podcast, is June 5th, 2026. And first, I would like to say shout out to my current, past, and new listeners. Y'all already know I highly appreciate y'all. I almost fucked that up. Shout out to everybody listening to this podcast on their favorite platforms. Before we get to the show, make sure you follow me on all my socials. The links will be in the description box below. You can follow me anywhere because I am literally everywhere. You feel me? So let's go ahead and kick this shit off on this Friday morning. You already know I gotta ask you. How are you today? How you doing? I hope everything is going good. You understand what I'm saying? I hope if you drive and you listen to this shit, I hope you have a safe trip to where you going. If you at home and you relaxing, I hope this podcast can help you unwind and get your mind thinking about a couple things, and you know what I mean? And you could chill while you cooking or whatever the case may be. Whatever you doing, I hope you do your best at it. You get there safe. You understand what I'm saying? And you know, I hope that the rest of the day and the rest of this week and over the weekend is great for you as well. You feel me? But again, how are you? You know, you can always answer this to yourself. You don't have to answer me directly. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like it's good to talk to ourselves sometimes. You feel me? And if you find that weird, then you know something might be wrong with you. But just know it's good to talk to yourself every now and then. You know, I'm doing good. I'm doing okay. You know, I'm just trying to figure out ways where I can just make more money so that way I can invest a lot more aggressively because the markets are down right now. We're going to talk about that a little later in the pod. You already know during the investment portion, my favorite part of the pod. But, you know, new games are out. I've been playing them. We got demos that dropped. I played them. I forgot to add that on the damn pod notes. Let me go and add that right now, actually, because there was a game called Onimusha. Yeah, they're going to be dropping in September this year, and there's a demo out for it. It's basically a remake, a reboot of the original series Onimusha. I'd never played them on the PS2 before, not from what I can remember, and playing and now that it came back and I played through the demo. Well, we're gonna get through that a little later, man. We're gonna get to that a little later. I'm jumping the gun. But anyways, I've been good though, man. Like I said, I'm just looking for ways to invest more aggressively and you know, just trying to play these games, keep my cool, stay in shape, you feel me? I'm constantly exercising. I'm sore as a motherfucker, especially in my legs, because leg day was Wednesday. And yeah, I went crazy, man. I've been going hard all week. I've been going harder all week. I've been definitely trying to push myself to see what more I can do. And I'm going to continue to do that for the rest of the year. But that's just me though, man. I've been doing good. And I'm just happy to be here talking to you. You feel me? So let's go ahead and get into the gaming portion of the pod. Listen. This is also, I like every portion of the pod. And, you know, not one of these I feel like, damn, I got to do this or I have to come up with. Like, I don't feel like I'm rushing to get any of these topics together because all of this shit that I talk about, I'm interested in. So, you know, if you feel like there's something that you don't want to hear, though, let me know. Gaming. So many games out right now. I mean, we just had the release of the Lego Batman game. I need to get back and playing that. I just bought 007 First Light. I played through that for the first time on Tuesday, or was it Thursday? I believe it was yesterday when I was streaming. But I played through it for like 3 hours. That shit was. I ain't gonna lie. I think 007 First Light one of them ones. I'm still gonna give it some time to marinate. But as of right now, I don't have any complaints about the game. So. It's been pretty fucking good, man. It's been pretty fucking good. We got so many games dropping in September. Oh my god. So I don't know if y'all all aware, but Sony State of Play had happened. And they showed us a shit ton of games. We got some release dates for a whole lot of games, some coming out in 2027, and we got quite a few dropping this year. And you know, some games that got delayed till later this year for whatever the case may be. And y'all already know Grand Theft Auto 6 is supposed to be dropping on November 19th of this year. I think there's only one other game, or that's this publisher called Devolver Digital. I believe there's one other game dropping in November, but there's nothing dropping in November because Grand Theft Auto 6 is dropping in November. It's fucking wild. You want to know when a lot of these games that's coming out later this year is going to be dropping? in September. It's like 5 games dropping in September. Phantom Blade Zero, that was supposed to drop in September. I think September 15th or something like that, unless that's Wolverine. It was dropping someday in September. But that just got delayed to October 28th or something like that. So, still close to the release date of Grand Theft Auto 6. But it really shouldn't matter because it's a brand new IP. It's gonna garner its audience. You understand what I'm saying? And I wish there were more games that was more willing to compete with Grand Theft Auto 6. I really do believe like Wolverine, like that was that was already slated to drop in September. We just got an official release date September 15th, right? Fable had got delayed until 2027 because of the release date of Grand Theft Auto 6. And again, I understand this is gonna be the biggest game release ever. You understand what I'm saying? But I wish there were other games that was willing to compete because, to be honest with you, like Grand Theft Auto is a good franchise. And I know Grand Theft Auto 6 is gonna be great. Mind you, we still haven't seen the gameplay for that game yet. But I guess it's just the culture. Because if I don't see them innovating on what they've done from Grand Theft Auto 5, I'm gonna be a little disappointed. You understand what I'm saying? And that's basically when you start off the mission, meet this person, do something for this person, go here, you collect this, bring the money back. Okay, you're done. Then you get introduced to the next person. And sometimes, with Grand Theft Auto 5, I will say like the story was decent through a lot of the way, but like it was decent. The story was just decent. That's all it was. It wasn't like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas story. You understand what I'm saying? It wasn't like Grand Theft Auto 4 story. Like Grand Theft Auto 5. Grand Theft Auto 5 is a if I was to give it a score out of all the other Grand Theft Autos that I've played, because listen, let me just say this. Grand Theft Auto 5 is like a 7 out of 10 to me. It's like a 7 out of 10. I played the online for a little bit. I was like, it is what it is. The story was cool. Now, the ending that I chose in Grand Theft Auto 5 was to save everybody. I did like that ending, but it was just certain things about that game. It just didn't hit like it wanted to. The best character in the game was fucking Trevor. You understand what I'm saying? With his loyalty and shit like that. Now, he was a crazy motherfucker, but, he was the best character to me in the game. Just with the development and everything. And I feel like you get way more out of CJ's story and Nico Bellic's story. And his name Tommy Vercetti and Vice City stories, Liberty City stories. I feel like those stories for those games are a lot better than Grand Theft Auto 5. Like I said, not a bad game by any means, but I feel like it's like a 7.5, 8 at best. And I just want to know more ways that they are going to innovate, because is this game going to have 2-player co-op? It should. It's showing 2 protagonists. The only game to have 2-player co-op was San Andreas, which may be the best Grand Theft Auto of all time. I ain't gonna lie to you. It might be that one. It's between the top 2 for me is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas and Grand Theft Auto 4. Then you got Vice City, Liberty City Stories, and Vice City Stories. Oh, and the DLC. Oh my God. Can we talk about the DLC for the Ballad of Gay Tony and the Lost and Damned for Grand Theft Auto 4? 2 of the best DLCs that I've ever played. Oh my bruh. Amazing work. Grand Theft Auto 5 just didn't hit like that. So like I said, I wish other games were other publishers and devs were willing to compete, like Wolverine. You understand what I'm saying? Just fucking to say we're gonna release around this time. I feel like Phantom Blade Zero would have taken the November release date because it's so late in the month of October 28th. Why not release it in November? It's gonna be a lot of hype surrounding this game. Now, as when it comes to numbers, again, like, listen, I already stated in my shorts videos that I'm fully expecting for Grand Theft Auto 6 to make billions within the first 2 months. And if Grand Theft Auto Online should be hitting like maybe a month or 2 after the single player release, Man, they're gonna make so much goddamn money. I really hope this shit isn't $80 plus. I really hope it's like $60, $70. That's what I'm hoping for. Max 70. I don't want to see an $80 price tag. Nobody told them to put $1 billion into this game. And I really wish a lot of people realize because they put so much money into a game doesn't mean that the game is gonna come out to be such and such and such. Like, and it's so much hype surrounding the game. I guess they feel like they don't have to release anything as of yet. And we're coming up on these summer months. We still haven't heard anything about Grand Theft Auto 6. I think what they're gonna do is shadow drop a trailer maybe at the end of this month or sometime in July. And I hope it's a gameplay trailer. If it's a gameplay trailer, I'd be all in, and I would really like to see what they have. If it's not a gameplay trailer, I'm gonna be side-eyeing this game, man. I don't know. I just don't give nobody no leeway. Like, I don't give a fuck what game it is, because I played over my lifetime. I've been gaming since I was 4, and I've played so many games in my life. And the older I get, you really have to do something crazy to make me be like, oh damn, this is fucking fire, or the story for the game has to be fucking amazing. Like, for example, South of Midnight. That game, the gameplay wasn't all that. I'm gonna be honest, but that story was amazing. It stars a black woman protagonist, and it basically hits someone like the trauma of what had happened because there was a flood that happened or whatever. At the beginning of the story, and you started to go through when you was going through the story and progressing, you starting to see the traumas from your mom and from the protagonist's mom. Her name is Hazel's mom, and other characters. And the boss battles, you start to see the trauma that they went through, and you was able to release that trauma doing certain things. Like, that shit was pretty fucking fire, and how they executed it. You understand what I'm saying? Or if it's gameplay like Pragmata, a very recent example. Never seen gameplay like that before. That gameplay was so fire, and it stayed interesting. It's basically like, so just on the gameplay standpoint, I ain't gonna speak on like the story and all that, but just with the gameplay, while you aiming at these robots, right? You get this puzzle. You got this character on your back. Her name is Diana. She's like a little girl. She got to be like 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. She's a robot. Right? She's a fucking robot, but she helps you throughout the game, and she helps you hack the robots in the game, right? So in order for you to do damage and penetrate the robots, you would have to open them up through hacks. And the way you have to hack, you would have like this little puzzle on the right side of you, and you would have to like go through these you would have to go through like the puzzle, whatever, you using the buttons, using like X, Y, A to go up, down, left, right, and you have to get to like this green square, and it'll open up, it'll unlock the robot. And from there, you can send shots down range, do damage on the robots, and it'll be an easy kill from there. And sometimes that shit is tough, and you have weapons that aids you in solving these puzzles a lot faster. And bruh, that gameplay was fucking fire. But that's one of the best games to come out this year so far. I'm not gonna hold you. And it's a lot of great games that came out this year, man. The highest rated game right now is called Mina the Hollow. I just bought that bitch. And I bought this game called Skull of Hordes. I like games like that. Go check it out. It's something similar to like a Vampire Survivor or Megabank, or what's that Warhammer game that came out? It's something similar to that. Just go check that shit out. I fuck with games like that real heavy. But Mina the Hollow, that's the highest rated game of this year. I'm gonna play that sometime soon. I gotta check it out. I'm taste testing a lot of these games, but I'm definitely gonna go back and beat these games too, because I gotta get content off for them, which, man, that takes up a lot of time. And then we got Marvel Token. The Avatar game, the Avatar fighting game, that just got delayed as well. So this year is crazy, man. This year is crazy. We got bangers dropping at the end of this year. The biggest one, which people perceive will be Grand Theft Auto 6, and depending on that price tag, I don't know if I want to be there day one. I don't know if I want to be there day one, man. Especially because this shit not coming to PC, and I'm not trying to buy a console to fucking play Grand Theft Auto 6. You feel me? Now, we got Wolverine dropping. I could buy a PS5 for Wolverine, but it's like, That's the only. So the crazy thing is, there's only like one PlayStation exclusive that's dropping this year, and that's Wolverine. Everything else is gonna be released on PC. But it's like, do I want to get a PlayStation 5 for Wolverine? And do I want to get a PS5 for Grand Theft Auto 6? I don't know, bruh. I don't know. And then there's a new God of War game coming out called God of War Lufe. I believe it's Lufe. But it's Kratos' wife. She died, and I guess she got sent to the another realm. I don't know where the fuck she's at, but they showed a whole lot of cutscenes, a little bit of gameplay, which did look good, but it was more cutscenes than anything. And I was like, I'm gonna hold my opinion on this right now. I gotta see more gameplay, because if it's anything like fucking Ragnarok, where I heard it's it's riddled with fucking puzzles, and it's more than credible sources and people that's close to me that said the same thing. Like, it's just riddled with puzzles, and a lot of those puzzles throughout the game are the same. They're not unique. Like Resident Evil Requiem, there was a lot of unique puzzles in the game, but they saying Ragnarok wasn't like that. So I could buy Ragnarok right now on PC. I just been holding off on it because I don't want to have to play a puzzle game while I'm playing God of War. You feel me? So I'm gonna definitely hold off on that. I got to see more gameplay, man. What they showed us looked cool. I ain't gonna hold you. But it was a whole lot of cutscenes in that bitch. So, I just got to see what's to it, man. But the shit look good though, man. You play as Kratos' wife, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm down for it. I always like playing as a woman protagonist. There's been a lot of scrutiny online about playing as Kratos' wife. It was the incels, the niggas that don't matter, the loud minority, the niggas that don't get no pussy, those type of guys. You feel me? That mad that they can't talk to girls, and they feel like they can't be liked because of who they are or because they a nerd. It's them type of niggas that's getting mad. They got to play as a female protagonist. They saying that, but they ain't got nothing to say. They ain't got nothing to say about Tomb Raider. That's because these niggas don't play games. They don't play Tomb Raider. She's always been the female protagonist. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody said anything when they made a Tomb Raider clone when Uncharted came out. Great games, by the way. But I'm just saying, we know that's just the male Lara Croft, bro. These folks just be saying anything. I don't pay attention to that type of stuff. I speak on it because, it's content, but it's just like, do I really have to say anything about it? Why are we talking? Why are we even speaking on these type of guys? Like, they just a loud minority for real. They don't matter. People are gonna go out here and support these games, as they claim, because, Sony ponies, y'all still be acting like y'all buy exclusives and y'all don't be buying them bitches. But anyways, which we will see this year. Because I believe God of War La Fade, we ain't got a release date on that yet, but it might drop at the end of this year or maybe early next year. Those are 2 PlayStation exclusives. So, are those console sellers for me? Nah, because I can still play. What's coming at the end of this year? So we got Marvel Tokon August 6th. Then we got Phantom Blade Zero October. Fable dropping next year. I can play all these games on PC. What else is dropping in September? Control Resonant. That's a day one cop. That's dropping in September. So I'll be playing that. I'll be playing through these games. Wolverine. As bad as I do want to play it, I'll just keep on the Grand Theft Auto 6, depending on that price point. We'll see, man. We'll see. I don't know. Like I said, do I want to get the new Xbox? Do I want to get a PS5 just to play? And the prices then went up too because of inflation and all that shit. I don't know, man. I don't know if those are console sellers for me. And then we got the Steam machine. We still don't know the price of that. I think that shit is gonna be like $1,300 starting. I said between $900 and $1,100. Then I was like $1,200. But the closer we get, because we supposed to be seeing a release date for it this summer, I think it's gonna be like $1,300, man. I guess like Steam gets caught up in like a whirlwind or a headwind because they tried to release a Steam machine before and it just didn't work out for them. I can't recollect exactly what issues they had and why the Steam machine didn't succeed, but it didn't. And now we have the Steam Machine coming up possibly this summer, and it's looking like, it's a give. It may or may not succeed. You understand what I'm saying? Because the price might be too high. Motherfuckers are more than willing, even though the prices are a little too high for the Xbox Series X and S and the PS5, but motherfuckers are definitely are more than willing to pay $900 for the PS5, PS5 Pro, $1,000 for the PS5 Pro than they are a 13, an 11, 12, $1,300 Steam machine, because they'll be saving $100, $200, $300. That's how they'll be looking at it, especially from this point forward. You understand what I'm saying? More importantly, with everything else going up and the basic necessities, housing, rent, groceries, gas. You understand what I'm saying? Even little things that people like to keep to make them happy. Subscriptions, entertainment, you feel me? Just everything is going up around everybody, man. So folks are definitely not going to be willing to pay $1,300, $1,200, $1,300 for a Steam machine. And it's a whole new device that's basically unfamiliar to normal console holders. You understand what I'm saying? People who own the Nintendo Switch 2, Xbox Series X and S, and the fucking PS5. This is a whole new device, something new to them. They probably won't understand the concept, like, oh, you can get this on here, that on there. You could do way more with this device, play games on this shit or whatever the case may be, and you have access to Steam to have a lot more games. And Steam, like, they probably won't get that concept because, they are stuck on the fallacy of having that Xbox, having that PS5, and they feel like it's way more value in that. That's just, and notice what I'm saying, that's what they feel like, not what they thinking about. You understand what I'm saying? So, it's gonna be ugly, man. I'm not expecting anything less. I definitely was like, damn, I get a Steam machine, I can have that bitch in the living room, woo, 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 woo. If I don't want to be at my desk and play the game, I can go in there, dead. I was thinking about getting a Steam Deck, in place of that. That shit went up by $300. You think I'm about to buy that shit? And that shit about 4 years old? Dead, not buying it. No. Hell no. The average person is getting priced out of the gaming market. Unfortunately, it is what it is, man. And the best way that we can combat this is if a lot more gamers, not just the ones with more than average money, say, nah, I'm not paying $80 for a video game. I'm not paying $400. That shit gonna be dust in the warehouse before I pay these extra high prices. Then that's when, we can really, in other words, vote with our dollar. Then we're not gonna see any change from that, man. These prices are gonna stay high and they're gonna keep going up. You understand what I'm saying? This is nasty work, bruh. And if the Steam Deck went up by $300, the most expensive one like $900 or something like that, yeah, the Steam machine definitely gonna be like $1,200, $12, $13 for sure. Then there was talks and rumors about a Steam Deck 2. How much is that gonna cost? If the Steam Deck right now $900, and the Steam machine I'm expecting to be $1,200 minimum, the Steam Deck 2 might drop at $1,100 easy. Who paying for that? Yeah, man, I don't know, man. It's listen. Save y'all money as much as y'all can. Pick one game, play the fuck out of it. You feel me? And again, vote with your wallet, man. If you feel like 80 too much, don't buy that shit, man. 90. And it's so crazy because when I talked about this was months ago. This was sometime last year when there was rumors and a lot of rigmarole going about talking about the price of Grand Theft Auto 6, and I was basically just saying, like, man, y'all will be crazy as hell to pay $100 for the base version. Niggas coming into my comments talking about if you broke, just say that. You need to get more money. I pay $100 for Grand Theft Auto 6. It's Grand Theft Auto 6. Mind you, we don't know what the game look like. Don't know what it play like. We don't know shit about the game, period, except we might have two protagonists to play with. Notice I said might, because we don't know how the story's gonna unfold. or that gameplay. It might not even be co-op either, unfortunately. Like, these are features I feel like that should be mentioned and should be up in there. That shit should be co-op. But anyways, niggas is in the comments saying these things. Like, oh, it's worth it. Niggas was really, it got so bad, folks was defending Rockstar Games, talking about if they feel like it's worth $100, they should get their money's worth. Bitch, they money's worth. They're making $20 million a year of Grand Theft Auto 5 alone. Or they're making, no, they're selling 20 million. Yeah, that's what it is. They're selling 20 million copies of Grand Theft Auto 5 a year. They selling 5 million copies a quarter. They selling 5 million copies a quarter. Let me say that one more time. They are selling 5 million copies per quarter since 2013, when the game originally came out on the Xbox 360 and the PS3. Yes. They selling 20 million copies a year. If they feel like get their money's worth, are you shitting me? They getting that money and then some. Grand Theft Auto 6 can easily be $60. And they're gonna make $2.2 billion within the first 2 months, 3 months, 4 months probably. Then with Grand Theft Auto Online. Now mind you, hold on. Notice how I said they selling 20 million copies per year of Grand Theft Auto 5. That's not mentioning Grand Theft Auto Online and all the money that they making off the shark cards. Factor that in on Grand Theft Auto 6. Let's say they price it at $70. That's like the base price for most games right now. For let's say most AAA games right now. They price that shit at 70. They're gonna make billions upon billions of dollars. It's gonna be the biggest release of all time. Then you factor in the Grand Theft Auto Online, not to mention Grand Theft Auto RP. Just Grand Theft Auto Online alone and all the shark cards, they made bruh. Yeah. And niggas was in my comments talking about they feel like it's worth it. If they need the price, they need to get their money too. They been getting their money. I'm not willing to pay $80 for Grand Theft Auto 6, not for the base version. I'm not willing to pay $100 for Grand Theft Auto 6, not for the base version. $60, $70, hell yeah. Now, do I think it's gonna be 60? I want it to be 60. That's why I keep saying that. I want it to be 60, but I don't think it will be. 70 at the most. I'm willing to pay 70 for Grand Theft Auto 6. But that shit it's just crazy how brainwashed people are. Like, motherfuckers dick sucking the billionaires and the billionaire companies. It don't make no sense. But I digress on that point, man. It's just nasty work what these folks be doing, bro. It's nasty fucking work. Let's go ahead and move on. 007 First Light is fire. I put in about 3.5 hours. Let me go ahead and check my Steam shit right now. I put in about 3.5 hours, I believe. I was streaming it. I'm about to go ahead and check this time right now. Oh, 2.8 hours, so almost 3 hours. I liked what I played so far. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think this is gonna be a great experience through and through. I love how, let me just go ahead and get into the prologue real quick. The prologue feels like a fucking movie, right? You playing as young James Bond, you flying in on the helicopter, you got enemies shooting missiles at that bitch, you know what I'm saying? Shit crashing down, everybody wiped out. Bond's whole crew dead. Now, he was an air crewman, right? That's how he started off. He started off as the air crewman, and then he got recruited to be a spy. This shit was like a fucking movie, man. Like you fast forward, cause he get through, he you know, I don't want to talk about it too much because I don't want to spoil it, because it definitely it is an experience. Like, you got to experience that shit for yourself, and you're gonna see exactly what I'm talking about. Then when he get the training camp and how they doing the cut scenes, and when he training the shit, is like a movie, bro. I liked how they paced it, how they taught you the controls in 007 and all that. That shit was decent as hell. I ain't gonna hold you. That was decent as hell, man. I was like, yeah, this is gonna be a good game. And it's made by IO Interactive, the same people that made Hitman. And you can tell that there's a lot of elements from Hitman in 007 First Light, but the way they executed it perfectly with the stealth and then the action is it's his own game. It's his own game, bruh. The writing is good so far. The fucking the voice acting is chef's kiss, really good. They did their thing with this game, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It's really good. It's really fucking good. It's really fucking good. I can't wait to get back to playing it. It's so, bruh. So, go check it out. It's $70 right now. Do I think it's worth the price? I'll let y'all know next time. I should be beating it by the time the next pod come around. Maybe, because I only played the game about 2 or 3, maybe 2-3 times out the week. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as like long gaming session, that's normally when I be streaming. So we'll see. But I'll let y'all know. I should be like halfway through it. I'm gonna say that I should be like halfway through because the game is fairly short. It's like 10 chapters. They say it take 20 hours to beat, but you can easily spend about 30-40 hours. You know what I'm saying? Either, you know, depending on how you play the game. You know, it's a lot of disingenuous opinions out there about the game, and a lot of it. Oh, let me say this too: the length of a game does not determine the quality or the price of a game. Let me say that one more time: the length of a game should not and will not and does not determine the quality and how much the game should cost. Okay? It doesn't make any sense. Motherfuckers tell me, why would I pay 20 hours? Why would I pay $70 for a 20-hour game? Bitch, you might put in more hours than that. Are you gonna sit there and play the game all the way through that day, that night? Especially if you're a grown motherfucker. Are you really doing that? You gotta work. If you have children, you not doing that, G. You not doing that. Cut the shit. It's disingenuous as fuck. And if you just running through the game, you just gutting straight through the story, of course you're gonna beat this motherfucking 20 hours and probably less. But if you playing the game trying to see all, you know, the nooks and crannies, and you know, it's a lot of stealth in the game as well, then they encourage you to be stealthy. You understand what I'm saying? You know, they you know, weapons free is a choice that you can make in the game. If you're doing the elements and you trying to figure out how to really play shit, and listen, it's gonna take you possibly more than 20 hours to beat the game. This shit don't make no sense. Let me tell you something, bro. Let me see how much. I paid $70 for Resident Evil Requiem. Great game, by the way. Love the game. Let me see. Resident Evil Requiem. I'm trying to see how many hours did I put into the game. And then I'll land my point and we can move on. So I put in 26.4 hours into Resident Evil Requiem. Mind you, I could have easily did 30, 35, possibly 40 easily if I decided to do everything in the game. I didn't do everything in the game. I didn't collect everything. I did not collect everything in the game, and that was by choice. I didn't care to collect everything. You understand what I'm saying? But I did do most stuff. I got a lot of I seen a lot of Easter eggs. You understand what I'm saying? Like I wasn't just running through shit. You know, I was. Listen, the first person portion for what's her name, Ashley. The shit scared me a little bit. I was really like, I'm gonna take my time. Again, if I would have tried to do everything and accomplish everything and then did another playthrough, because a lot of people do multiple playthroughs, I would have did 40 hours easy. But I didn't want to do that. I was satisfied with what I played. I thoroughly enjoyed the game from what I saw and what I played. You understand what I'm saying? I was satisfied and I paid $70 with it for it. And I feel like it is worth the price. But if you want to catch it on the sale, there's nothing wrong with that. You can catch it on the sale. Always try to get games at a cheaper price. You understand? But it's a great fucking game. I had a good experience. And while I was streaming, a lot of people was coming through. Numbers was up. People was fucking with that shit, bro. So that's what I'm saying. Motherfuckers are just... People don't really play video games for real, and they have these weak-ass opinions when they hear numbers. They instantly make an opinion on it and not try to factor in the underlining stuff that people might not see from which I had pointed out. Nigga, you're probably gonna play more in the game if you want to see everything the game has to offer, especially if you're a completionist. Like, just cut the shit, man. It's a lot of disingenuous arguments, and it doesn't make any sense to me. Motherfuckers gotta stop with that shit, bro. Y'all don't make no motherfucking sense. But I digress. Sony State of Play happened. That shit was decent as hell. Again, they showed a lot of games. They gave us a lot of release dates. A lot of games dropping in September. We got some games dropping in 2027, at the top of 2027, like Tomb Raider: Legacy of Atlantis. That's a reimagining of the old joint. That's dropping in February 2027. Then you got Fable. They said that game is in good state. They said that game is in good shape, but they want to have its own time to flourish. So that game is also dropping in February 2027. I'm like, well, that game really ain't gonna have its own time because we still don't know. First of all, we don't know what's dropping at the top of 2027, right? Because we still gonna get announcements during the Game Awards this year in December. So we don't know if Fable is gonna have its own time to really flourish for real. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like that game should have tried to compete it against Grand Theft Auto 6, but hey man, it's that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. But Fable is dropping in 2027. Let me see. We got, like I said, we got Control Resonant dropping on in September, and then we have Marvel's Wolverine dropping September 15th. We have Marvel's Tokon dropping August 6th. They showed us new characters. They showed us more Doom gameplay and Carnage gameplay. That shit look good as fuck. That's a day one cop. I can't wait to get on that shit. I love fighting games. Man, it's so many games in Phantom Blade Zero. It's a few more games that I'm missing out. Devolver Digital, they hinting that they dropping something in November, but I don't know what it is yet. So we got Devolver Digital. Oh, Onimusha, that's dropping in September. And I played the demo. I'm not gonna lie, I liked that the combat was fire. Excuse me, the combat was fire, but it did seem like the game was a little too easy. I was running through them enemies, boy. I was cutting through their ass like fucking a hot knife on through butter, boy. I'm like, damn, this shit is a little too easy. The boss battle was easy as well. I died a few times, but only because like the controls was fucking me up. The way they got the controls set up, X is the parry and block. It's weird. Y is to one hand attack, B is to two hand attack. It's weird as hell. It's weird as hell. The way you collect the souls and shit like that, you gotta hold down the left trigger. I had to get used to that. You understand what I'm saying? Because me playing games like Sekiro, which is a FromSoft game, Souls-like game, you parry with the left trigger or LB. Lies of P, you parry with LB or the left trigger. You understand? So when I was thinking about parrying, I was thinking parry, and I was that muscle memory instantly parry with the left trigger or LB, and I was doing a whole nother, so I was fucking myself up. But listen, good game though. That combat was fire. That parry feels fucking amazing. I love a game with a good parry, and you know it's on par with Star Wars Jedi Survivor. That parry system in that game felt really fucking good, and I feel like it's on par with that. It felt real good. I ain't gonna lie to you. And you can do combos and shit like that. It's not a Souls like, it's an action. It's an action game. This shit look good, man. So it played well also. So go play that Onimusha demo. That shit is out right now. I highly recommend it. Whew, moving on. Movies. So me and my girl, we went to go to the movie theater. We went to her favorite theater. We are 40 minutes in, by the way. We yapping, boy. We went to go see the movie called Obsession. I had no expectations for this movie. I didn't know what to think about. The movie beforehand. I didn't see a trailer for the movie at all. And the older I get, the more I want to go into things like unexpected when it comes to like movies and shit like that. Cause I'm a one trailer type of guy. I see one trailer unless I'm like, okay, unless it's like a video game. One trailer to show, okay, this is the hype, and then the gameplay trailer. And that's it. I don't want to see nothing else. Or I might just watch the gameplay trailer. Other than that, I don't want to see shit else. So with movies, one trailer rule. I see one trailer. If I think it's decent enough, I'm like, okay, I'm interested. I go watch it, and I see if I wasted my time or not. Had no expectations for this shit at all. I didn't watch no trailer for this shit. I was like, you know what? By the end of it, I was like, that was decent as hell. I was like, wow. I was like, this is decent as hell. I felt something afterwards. It's a horror movie, but I think it's more of a psychological thriller. I believe they executed both aspects well. The psychological part, the thriller part, and the horror parts. Like, for example, there was a portion in the movie. There was a portion in the movie where the main protagonist, the villain, if you will, which she really wasn't the villain. It was dude ass. He was the real villain. Fuck that guy. He really good actor, by the way. All good. Oh, the supporting cast, everybody did their thing when it came to acting. They acted their ass off. I was like, wow. Especially the girl, the main protagonist. Let me see. Let me look up her name real quick, bro. Let me see. Obsession. What's shorty name? Indy Navarrete. She played Nikki. She acted her ass. I said, oh yeah, she going places. Same with everybody else, because Michael Johnston, his name, he went by Bear in the movie. I was like, wow. He pissed me off. He did really fucking good. And the more I sit with the movie, and they all young actors. I don't think nobody in this movie is over 30. And I was like, wow, because Michael Johnson, he's 30 years old. And I believe these are all American actors, by the way. Yeah, he's from North Carolina. Indy Navarrete, she's 25. She is from Tucson, Arizona. These are all American actors. Let me see. She plays Sarah. What's her name? Megan Lawless. She plays Sarah. She from DC. She from Washington, DC. So all American actors, bruh. Cooper Tomlinson, the one who he directed the movie as well as also acted in it. He did a really good job. Don't know where he's from. It doesn't really say, but he's an American actor. He produced the movie. He directed it. He acted like he did everybody did their thing, and he was part of the supporting cast. Fire, bro. I was like, wow, this is really fucking good. But Nikki, the girl that played Nikki, Indy Navarrete, she did her thing. She acted really fucking well. I was like, wow, bro. So there was a part in the movie where I did feel like weary. So let's just call her the villain for now, which again, she really wasn't the villain. She was the victim. Made out to be the villain based off of Bear's choice. That, man, y'all gotta go see it, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. But there was a portion in the movie where it was dark, and whenever it was dark, they never showed her face in the dark. They never directly showed her face. That shit always it wigged me out a little bit. And then there was a part in the movie where she was in the living room, she started walking backwards, and the way she was moving, it felt like the shit I felt through my body, it looked unnatural. You understand what I'm saying? So I didn't feel good when that happened. I said, oh, is horror movies back? I'm not feeling overtly scared like how I used to do from movies back in the day, but I felt something. I didn't feel good when that happened. You understand what I'm saying? The music that played from the box on the Wishing Willow, the music, that shit was creepy. I didn't like that. I didn't like the sound of that. I'm not gonna lie. It made me feel awkward. It made me feel like weary, and I'm not bullshitting. Now that I'm sitting and I have full thought on what I felt after watching the movie. I'm like, damn, I'll watch this again. I gotta talk to my girl about this and tell her like, this is what I know I felt. I processed everything now, and I have a pretty good memory. I downplay it a lot, but I have a pretty good memory, and I think about a lot of parts that happened in the movie. I'm just like, wow, I seen this coming, but the way it was executed, I did not know this was gonna happen that way. I didn't know this was gonna happen. I didn't know, but it was gonna. Didn't realize. I didn't know he was gonna turn around, and that's what he saw at the door. I didn't know that was crazy. It was crazy. I'm like, man, good movie, bro. Really good movie. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I was I was like, bravo. And these are all young actors, bruh. Young niggas. All young. Like I said, no, I don't think nobody. There's one character obviously that's like over 30. There's one character in the movie that's over 30, but the majority of the cast is 30 and under. Andy Richter. Let's see, how old was he? Andy Richter. He is 59. He played his part really good. Haley Fitzgerald, she's 32. Okay, my bad. We're the same age. I'm turning 32 later this year. Okay, my bad. I'm looking at all the characters that was in the movie now, but majority of them was 30 and under. And you could tell it's the passion behind these movies. I talk about this all the time. I mainly talk about it when it comes to hip hop, but in any forms of entertainment, especially when you put on a performance for others to view and to put time into, the passion behind this project, you could tell is there, bruh. Everybody played a role, and it made me feel like, damn, this is who they really are. You understand what I'm saying? I know that's not who they, but that's how well they played it, bruh. The passion behind this project, I'm like, I need to see more from these actors, and I hope these same actors act in more movies together, because the chemistry was there. Everything, it felt like it was a moment when they was all chilling with each other, and there was a black guy in the scene, and the way he like reacted to what happened, I was like relatable as fuck, because like the way he did it, I was like, damn, just that little part right there. I said, bro, these niggas can act, boy. They going crazy. They going crazy. We need more of that. We need more of that in film. We need more of that in film, man. I love it. I love it. And the budget was like 700,000, and nigga, they made like 120 something million. They paid, boy. They created generational wealth off one movie. Fuck what you talking about? That early, young niggas. I love to see that shit, man. Now I need to see the black side of it. I need to see a movie come out from somebody that's black, all black cast. You know, they want to add a little white in there, they can, but all black cast for majority of it, if not all of it. And it's a really good movie, and they making millions. They making millions. The budget was 750,000. The budget was 750,000, and they made multi-millions of dollars off that shit. But that just goes to show people wanted something new, and it's not that long. It's an hour and 49, and they executed this shit perfectly. Perfectly. Really good movie, bro. They made over 148 million globally, and it's creeping around 200 million. Creeping around toward 200 million. Do y'all not know how insane that is? And now with a bigger budget, and I'm pretty sure they come up together. They gonna stay around the same actors. Do you not know how much better these movies are gonna be? Then this is what motherfuckers did on a $700,000 budget. This goes for anything, bro. You don't need a huge budget to make something great. You don't need a huge budget to make something great. Now you might need something a little decent, but you don't need a huge budget, man. And I felt like a lot of that too with a lot of these Tubi movies, like a lot of the black Tubi movies and shit. A lot of them are good writers, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like if they just had a bigger budget, if they had $700,000, ain't no telling what they'd be able to do with them movies. Some of them movies are decent as hell, man. So we need something like that. A black James Bond. If we don't get a black James Bond, we can get our own Bond. You understand what I'm saying? Own raw ass name, short, simple. You know what I'm saying? It's catchy. You feel me? That a motherfucker be like, oh, I'm such and such. You feel me? Like something that the children can resonate with. Or I want to be him for Halloween type shit. You understand what I'm saying? We get games with him and everything. We need something like that. I feel like something like that is definitely on the way. Just wait on it, man. Listen. with all of this turmoil that's going on in the world, I know it's a lot that goes on every single day, but there's also being greatness being made under all of this rubber. This is where, like, people think times are good. People think times are good when things are being made in good times. The best things are always made in the roughest of times, man. Some of the best music come out in the rough times, in the roughest of times. Some of the best media come out in the roughest of times. A lot of millionaires are being made right now in the roughest of times, because when things go parabolic, you start to see where they were at and where they went. You understand what I'm saying? Where they going? When things start to get good, when people start to moving in more abundance, moving as if they already abundant now, but it's even more in the future because they already living like that now. It's just naturally coming to them. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, we are coming up with some of the we have some of the best games coming out in recent years. We have some really good movies that came out in recent years. I believe we about to start getting some really good TV shows coming out in recent years. You understand what I'm saying? And granted, it's gonna be a lot of these are tailored to streaming platforms. Some of these aren't. Some of these bitches gonna go straight to YouTube. Issa Rae, I believe, she has a whole series right now going on TikTok, trying to get that bitch on Netflix or something like that. Or she gonna have her own shit, but it's right now going on TikTok right now. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we got some of the best entertainment coming out right now. And I think even though through a lot of this turmoil that's happening, excuse my bad, I ain't mean to clear my throat in y'all ear, but with all of this turmoil that's happening right now, there's still a lot of good things that's going on, bruh. It really is. And it's through, some of your favorite podcast platforms. You understand what I'm saying? Like, or rather it's the GI Pod or Deontay Kyle. They putting up numbers. They doing good shit. I don't really watch like nobody else. I don't really watch like other pods or listen to other pods and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Other than ones that's most relevant to me, I guess, like the GI Pod. I've been following the GI since I was like 17. So that's just something that I'm following them forever. You understand what I'm saying? And then, Deontay Kyle, I fuck with the message that he put out. You feel me? Him and Big Ice Cup Cat. Like, I fuck what they be talking about. So I listen to them all the time. Or let me say, I watch clips of them all the time. And then when it comes to full episodes, I try to get it in when I'm done watching my regular shit, because I'm always listening to crypto news and watching crypto news and shit like that. That's just something that's embedded in my day-to-day process. So, I try to turn them on. But other than that, man, like, we got some good shit coming out, man. People are reinventing themselves and, putting out good messages, standing up for the people. They doing good things for the community. And folks ain't just talking about it, they really being about it. I'm trying to get my shit up, man. I'm trying to get my money up, man. I want to be able to help the community as much as possible. And I want to be able to fund everything off my wallet. I don't want to, now if we do fundraisers, I want to do something that's like strictly for the people, by the people. I don't want no parts, no proceeds, and none of that shit. But me, I want to be able to fund, like, hey, how much you need? I got you. This is go towards your college, or, you know what I'm saying? You need help to start up with an investment? Here, I got you. Here's such and such and such. This will help you out. This will go into an investment account. Oh, you need help to set up a trust? I got people that can do that for you. Type shit. That's what I want to do. So I'm getting, that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this podcast, bro. It's more than just me yapping and running my mouth. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I want to do things for everything when it comes to like gaming, and you understand what I'm saying? Get more free games, do giveaways and shit for the community, and be able to give money away to the community and shit, and help people eat and flourish. And another reason why I'm still reading and learning about real estate. That's something that's not just a fad or a phase that I went through. I want to get in real estate because I really want to do this shit because I'm gonna change how the game is played when it comes to real estate. So by my iron fist, nigga, I'm going to I'm telling you, it's coming along. I'm just getting my ducks in a row. So I'm just doing this, creating more capital, you know what I'm saying? Getting my first property and shit like that. And when I start to use my VA loan, oh my God, it's about to get crazy. I'm telling you, boy, I got plans out this bitch, man. But again, some great shit, man. I know we still on the movie topic. Some great shit is being made up under everything that's going on right now. I mean, you got to know is everything is becoming, or let me not say becoming, but I realized this early on that when the pandemic hit, that was the start of everything being community based, and especially with the rise of TikTok. I don't know, like I got on TikTok and like late 2019, I remember I'm not about to get on that app. That was used to be Musically, this, that, and the third. I wish I took it a little more seriously. I started uploading content to TikTok and shit like that, but I wasn't as consistent as I am now because I didn't know the direction that I wanted to go when it came to my content, right? But now I'm dropping gaming news videos 5 days a week, 5 times 7 days a week. So, you know, I figured where I wanted my the direction of my content to go, and that's what I'm doing now. So I'm doing it for my short channel and my YouTube short channel and on TikTok. You understand what I'm saying? And I want to be able to get more clips for the pod on TikTok. You understand what I'm saying? But let's reel it back in. I tend to go on these tangents. Let's reel it back in. Like I was saying, you know, since 2020, I recognized early. I just didn't know how to execute it because, you know what? Okay. Because I realized that I be having thoughts in my head and I be wanting to jump and I didn't stay on one thing. So I realized right then everything's gonna be community based. You understand what I'm saying? And I've basically been on this journey since 2014 because I remember I was 19. I really didn't know what I wanted to do with myself at the time. You know what I'm saying? I knew going to college was an option, but I was like, I'm not about to get in debt for a degree. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to get into debt for this shit. So let me go ahead. I was like, the military is an option. So I joined the military. But before then, I was like, man, I do want to start streaming. And I had my very first stream. I still got that up on my Twitch. And it was 2014. I think I streamed a couple more times before I got shipped off. But it was my very first stream. And I was like, I'm really doing this so that I can connect with others. Not knowing that entailed, community. You understand what I'm saying? Garnering a community. You understand what I'm saying? You can really say it really started back on YouTube because people started garnering their own communities and shit like that and blowing up on YouTube, you know, back in the very early days, back, like 2006, 7, 8, 9, you know what I'm saying? The legacy creators, you feel me? 2010, 2011, 2012, it really started then. But once the streaming started coming around, that's when it really started to happen. Then podcasts started being a big thing. And I've known about a podcast before podcasting really became a thing since the GI podcast. I think they started their shit back in like 2012, 2013 or something like that. I think it was like 2012. Maybe a little bit before that. I think it was like 2012 when they started. And this is before anybody was doing podcasts at all. And I know Joe Budden was doing his. It was I'll name this podcast later and shit like that. Or even before that, I think. And there was a couple other ones that was doing it, but they was early on. And I wish I started my shit way back when. I started this pod back in 2018. And I was consistent. I was doing it every week, you know what I'm saying? Or whenever I really felt I was real consistent with it and I fell off with it. Don't know why I fell off with it because ain't no telling where it'll be right now if I just continue through 2020 because I took a couple years off. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I was like, man, when I bring this shit back, I ain't stopping. And I ain't stopping, man. I've been enjoying this shit. So I think because I have a lot more knowledge now. But I wish I started my shit back in like 2011, 2010, 2011. Because of my voice, I was like 16, 17 at the time. Motherfuckers used to always be like, oh, you should have your own talk show, this, that, and the third. I wasn't thinking about, damn, I could and I can do it on my own because of the internet. You understand what I'm saying? I wasn't thinking about that shit, man, But I'm here now. But 2020, that's when I realized, like, damn, everything is gonna be community-based. You feel me? Like, ain't no more superstars and you understand what I'm saying? Ain't no more the next biggest stars or the big three type shit. Like it's gonna be community based. Like you garner your audience here. Not that you have your own little bubble, but you garner your audience here, you garner your audience there, and you know you might fuck around and have the same type of audience, and next thing you know, these communities, they come together and now they creating, and it's gonna form one big community while they also still have their own separate communities, right? But they come together and they form a big community. You understand what I'm saying? And collaborating with others and really getting things done and doing things on our own and this, that, and the third. Like the pandemic really showed me then, like everything's gonna be community based. And that's basically what it is now. So, you know, it's a lot of great things, man. A lot of things are being spread by word of mouth. That's back more than ever, especially with the rise the great thing of TikTok. TikTok was a great word of mouth. You know, it's still a great word of mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like a couple creators, you know what I'm saying? They'll post a video, even if they just starting out doing a food video or whatever the case might be. Motherfuckers will blow up, and then you next thing you know, you try to go find it or something that you've been buying for a while, and then it blew up, and then you go to the store again, and then it's sold out. You like, it's because of TikTok. Word of mouth is still going around. It's just being done a different way. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a lot of great things that's being created, man, and people garnering their own communities, and that's what it's gonna be about. And I feel like going through these hard times that we're going through right now is gonna make for a community more than ever. Like I'm starting to see more people on TikTok talking about bartering and growing their own food, and like, you know, we still gonna need money to live and shit like that. But folks can really be like, you know what? If you got this, I give you that. You got some eggs, I give you this because I'm growing this. You understand what I'm saying? Like whatever the case may be, or I give you some money because you got this. You understand what I'm saying? And like it's just gonna, how things used to be done, it's gonna be done now, but just in different ways. You understand what I'm saying? With more than one way to do things. You know, the old paradigm of just one way of doing things is dead now. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna talk about that a little later in the pod. I know this is just the movie portion. So that was just basically my point, man. We got a lot of great things coming up about, and I believe we getting movies like Obsession. We getting these podcasts that are actually talking about something that's bringing value to the world and shit like that. Man, it's some great shit ahead of us, man. Between now and 2030. We gonna see who been preparing and who been fucking playing, bro. Let's move on to the comic book portion. So, I haven't started reading this comic. We already an hour in, bro. We only in the comic book portion. Damn, another 2-hour pod? But, matter of fact, let me go ahead and drink some water, man. Make sure y'all stay hydrated, bro. Especially, it's hot outside now. Y'all gotta stay hydrated. All right. We back at it. Comics. I haven't started reading it. I haven't started reading any of them yet because I'm going to read The Changing World Order. I'm going to finish that. I'm almost on chapter 6. The book boring as fuck, but I'm getting this information. I got to know it. I bought more comic books over the last 2 weeks. And I'm not gonna lie, I spent the grip. The first time I spent like $78, and then the second time I spent like $98 or something like that. Yeah. I went crazy. I said, you know what? I'm done. That's it. I ain't buying no more. You know, I went cool for my girl's birthday. I got her what she wanted and shit like that. Then I was like, man, I ain't bought no comics in a minute. My comic collection is looking a little thick. Nah, I ain't even gonna lie. I gotta get more issues and shit for the ones that I have. Like, I want to get all the women and women issues, but I think I might just buy the volumes at this point. But I do want all the issues, but we'll see how I go. I don't know how I want to collect these volumes. Like, I don't know if I want to just get the volume joints and then get more of the omnibuses. And then when the new issues come out for something that I want, I just collect all the issues as they release. I don't know. We'll see. But I think I might just go the volume route right now because I did pick up volumes 1 through 6 of World War Hulk. And I'm like, damn, I need more of this. But I bought a lot of comic books. And let's go ahead and read them off now because I wrote majority of them now. I have a few more that I did not write down, but I got a few. So I got Beyond Flashpoint. I had to get that cover. That shit was fucking fire. I have Green Lantern War Journal Contagion. It's John, what's his name? John Stewart Green Lantern, Black Green Lantern. The cover looked fire. I had to get it. I got DCKO. I got 2 different versions of DCKO. I didn't know it was 2 different versions. And they both said the first issue, the covers look fire. So I got them. I was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and read the both of these. But I got that. As I mentioned a little earlier, I got World War Hulk. Saying World War is a little hard, but I got World War Hulk. The cover looked fire. I was looking for Planet Hulk. That's the one I want. Because I heard that one is decent as hell, but I'm gonna find that bitch. I got Battle Beast. I believe it's the first issue. It's Comic D. It's that version. That should look fire. It was $20. I had to get it. I got Absolute Green Arrow. I just want to add more Absolute comics to my Absolute collection because I have Absolute Green Lantern, Absolute Green Arrow now, Absolute Superman, which I have not read through yet, and I will. Absolute Batman and Absolute Wonder Woman, which I've been thoroughly enjoying reading Absolute Wonder Woman. And I believe that. Oh, and I have Absolute Flash. I think I have Absolute Flash. If I don't, I'm definitely gonna go ahead and get Absolute Flash for sure. I gotta get the Absolute joint with Bane on the cover. It's a few more Absolute joints that I want to get. And I have Exquisite Corpses. Exquisite Corpses. That's volume 1. I don't have the first issue for it. If I could find the first issue, I'd get it. But that shit was like $6 for the volumes 1 through 6. I was like, oh yeah, I'm going ahead and get that bitch. So I got that. I heard nothing but good things about it. And I heard like it's basically it's relevant to what's going on today. And I was like, that's my type of shit. I got New World Under Doom. That cover looked hard. I like Doom. I want to get more into his comics. That shit look good. I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and get that. I got Static Shock and Batman Beyond. I believe that's what it's called. That cover looked fire. It's the first issue. That motherfucker might blow up. We shall see. I can't wait, man, because especially because I want to get more into collecting first issues of comics and then try to collect the rest of the issues. Because once I seen the value of Absolute Batman, the first issue, and I was like, damn, I have that. I was like, damn, I bought that bitch for $5 when it came out. I said, nigga, I'm about to get more of these. That's just to add to my portfolio, nigga. Fuck are you talking about? So I'm about to have a Pokemon portfolio, a comic book portfolio, and a real estate portfolio. So, you know what? We're gonna talk about that later in the pod. I just got new ideas. So yeah, man. And I have a few others that I had bought, but I spent the grip. So as soon as I'm done reading the Changing World Order, I started back reading that yesterday. I read it for like 20 minutes. I'm going to hop right into the comics, and then I'm going to get more books. My goal was to read 80 books this year. I believe I can still do it, and comics do count. Comics do count. So, you know, volume, issue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all those count. So that's my goal. That's my goal, to read 80 books this year. It's a few books that my girl got. I want to read some of those because she's telling me, you got to read this, you got to read this, you got to learn to like it. So I'm definitely going to read it and see what the fuck is to it for sure. Let me see, what else? And it's, I've been deep diving into No Names Book Club. It's a lot of books in there that intrigues me, especially by Black authors and shit like that. So I definitely want to read those. I got to get more into that anyway. So I want to read those books. Let me see, what else? Yeah, man, it's a lot, bro. It's a lot. So I definitely want to read, finish my goal to reading all those books. And I have a shit, like I said, my comic collection is looking nice right now. So I'm definitely going to see if I can find more of the outside of the first issues that I have. If, like I said, if I can get the volumes, then I just get the volumes, and then omnibuses for others. But I definitely want to get first issues of certain things. Next time I go back to the comic book store, I seen the first issue of the Punisher is out. I said, oh yeah, I gotta get this joint right here. I gotta get that. I gotta get Spider-Man and Superman, and I have to get so I said Spider-Man and Superman, because that was one I gotta get. I gotta get a couple Storm joints. I seen them, but I ain't see the first issues. And I was like, damn, man, where the fuck they at? So yeah, I'm definitely gonna get them joints for sure. Let me see, what else? Oh, I already told you I'm reading back on the Chenayder World. So that's basically it, man. Those are all the comics that I have. My comic book collection is looking nice. Looking real nice. Portfolio getting big too, boy. I got a gem on me, boy. So let's go ahead and get to my favorite portion of the pod. One of my favorite portions of the pod. Music. So first off, I just want to say, let me go ahead and click over to here. I found a new artist. I was scrolling through IG. I was doom scrolling. I love when I doom scroll because I do find certain things that I'm just like, oh, okay, I didn't even realize that this was a thing, shorty. So I found this new artist. Her name is Swank. S is $WVNK. $WVNK. Swank. I heard one song by her. And I was like, oh, this is hard. She dropped the album back in March of this year. It's called Proof of Life. I guess you call the EP. It's only 7 songs on it. It's 14 minutes long. Very fucking short. I'm gonna be listening to it. But she dropped a new song. It's called PPP. She dropped that on May 31st. And again, I heard that on IG. And I was like, oh, I'm fucking with this shit. So go check out Swank. I think she can rap. Before I, hold on, I don't even know where she from. I think she from South Carolina. She from South Carolina, so go check her out, bruh. She decent as hell. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm gonna give it a little more time. I'm gonna listen to Proof of Life, and I'm gonna come back next week, and I'm gonna let y'all know what I think. Cause she might be one of them ones. And she also has an album dropped in 2023 too. I gotta go back and listen to this. It's called Finding Swank. So I believe that's her first album. Oh, it's not. Oh, she got a lot more music. Okay. Bet, say less. Hell yeah. She got a lot more music. Okay, bet. I gotta do a deep dive. Mood Tape, Volume 1. She dropped this in 2022. I need to get on it, man. Right now, she only got 580 listeners. She had like 300 or something like earlier this week. So she growing a little bit. So go check out Swank. She just dropped. I do got a song that I want to play for y'all, but that's gonna be a little later within the topic. An artist that I found out because she has a song with Mavi. Her name is Chenayder. She just dropped an album. She's gonna be dropping an album. She dropped 2 new songs. They call Solitude and Wonder. I like Wonder. First of all, Chenayder can sing. Chenayder can fucking sing. Go listen to her. She only got 141,000 monthly listeners on Spotify right now. I don't know what her fan base as a whole looking like, but I've been listening to her for a couple years now. She dropped her first project. Hold on. She dropped her first project back in 2023. It's an EP called Blue Oblivion. I believe that's her first project. Let me go ahead and do a little more research because sometimes they don't have everything up on Spotify as well. So she might have dropped something before 2023, but she got Blue Oblivion. I have not heard this yet, but I will be going back and listening to it. The first song that I heard from her was called Colors, and it's with Mavi on it. And I was like, wow, that shit is fire. Mavi was rapping his ass off. I was like, I like her. She dropped that when she was like 17 at the time, I believe. I was like, damn, mother making music like this at 17? Oh yeah, that growth about to be crazy. Now, and she dropped the album called Maybe in Another Life back in 2024. It's 7 songs long. That shit raw as hell. I ain't gonna lie, she can sing, boy. She can really sing. And you can tell she's experimental when it comes to her music. And you could tell that how she wants her music to sound is exactly what it is, bro. Go listen to it, man. That shit is fire. She got a song with Veda. You already know Veda, one of my favorite rappers right now, and Noah's World. She is a rapper / singer as well. Noah's World, just started listening to her, and I found out about her because of this song called Solitude that's by Chenayder with Veda. And Nora, she got an album. It's called Gotta Get Serious. That shit fire. I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with it. I was like, oh, okay, she one of them ones, boy. She one of them ones. Go listen to Nora's World. It's NORAH''S WORLD. Nora's World. She can rap. and she can sing. I was like, yeah, this is decent, boy. Know it's real. She one of them ones. She one of them ones. Go listen to it. Go listen to it. Solitude. That's the song that I'm gonna play for y'all later. Y'all gotta hear that shit. I was fucking with it heavy. Raw as hell. Navy Blue, he's dropping an album called Surrender. Now, I don't know if it's on Spotify yet. Oh, it is. It's on Spotify now. It's 15 songs long. Y'all already know I'm gonna listen to this shit. Then I'm gonna come back and let y'all know what I thought about it. But it's 15 songs long, bruh. It's 15 songs long. And I've been listening to Navy Blue since 2020. He don't miss. Navy Blue do not miss. Oh, he got Earl Sweatshirt on here. Mike Schaub can rap. Go listen to him. And Arm & Hammer. They can rap too. He don't. Oh, he got Ka. Is this? He got a. Hold on. Oh, no, not that. Okay, it's a different Ka. It's a different Ka. I'm about to say, he got a verse from Ka on this bitch. That's crazy. Never mind. False alarm. False alarm. I don't know who that is, but we're gonna find out. Go listen to Surrender. He just Navy Blue just dropped. I'm already knowing that shit gonna be fired. Go listen to the song. Matter of fact, you can go to Navy's Reprise all the way up. Navy's Reprise is fire. Song of Sage is fire. Ways of Knowing is pretty fucking good too. The Sword and the Soaring, he dropped that last year. He's been very fucking consistent. That shit is fire. Memoirs and Armor. He got a couple of my favorite songs so far right now on this album. He dropped that in 2024. Now he got Surrender. It's Sirrender. So, yeah, man, go listen to Surrender by Navy Blue. That shit out right now. I'm gonna listen to that shit after the pod. And then Vince Staples. I know a lot of y'all was waiting on this album, man. I've never really listened to Vince Staples like that. I know he can rap. He can rap his ass off. I like Vince Staples a whole lot. I need to go back and do a deep dive on a lot of his discography because I haven't really listened to full albums by him. Dark Times, I thought that shit was fire. I heard that whole thing. That was hard. Ramona Park Broke My Heart. I didn't listen to this whole thing, but I will go back. Vince Staples, self-named album. I need to go back and listen to this whole thing. I only heard a few songs off this shit. Let me see. FM, I haven't heard that. Big Fish Theory, I heard a couple songs off of that. I need to go listen to it. Prima Donna, I need to go back and listen to that as well. Summertime 06, I need to go back. You know, I need to go back and do a lot of my homework. You know what I'm saying? Hell Can Wait. I need to listen to that. The first thing that I've known of him being on was that mixtape that he dropped with Mac Miller. I forgot what it was called, but that shit was so fucking fire. Vince Staples was rapping his ass off, and that production was otherworldly. That shit was amazing. I love going back and listening to that shit, man. It's great. It's great. It really is. So Vince Staples, again, he just dropped a new album called Cry Baby. I will be going to listen to this shit. I heard Blackberry Marmalade. I thought that song was hard. So yeah, I will be going back and listen to this shit, man. Cry Baby is a new album. Now, I'm about to put y'all on, bro. Y'all know I'm always gonna big up Vader. I gotta give Chenayder her fucking props as well because she can sing. And I just discovered Noah's World from this song. And I like Noah's World so far, man. I love listening to these female artists because they really doing their thing, man. They got the passion for this rap shit, this singing shit. They passionate about the craft, man. And you can really tell that they really want to do this shit. And this is the reason why I'm listening to them, man. I'm about to put y'all on to something, to greatness, boy. I'm about to put y'all on to greatness right now. The song is called Solitude by Chenayder with Vader and Noah's World, okay? YouTube, I apologize in advance. But man, y'all can't tell me this shit ain't hard, boy. Go ahead and take a gander. And that was Solitude by Chenayder, Vader, and Noah's World. Y'all can't tell me that shit wasn't hard, boy. That shit is so... one of my favorite songs this year, so far, already. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I fuck with this heavy. Love how Vader and Noah's World came on the track. Noah's World came on singing. Then the rapping part, like I like the little whisper shit that they was doing, bro. The little low voice, low tone whisper shit they was, man, listen, that shit was hard, bro. And again, Chenayder can sing. I liked how they constructed this song. Like, this shit was so fire. Who made the beat, first of all? Who made the beat? Because that shit was fire. Let me see. Oh. Hold on, wait a minute. Let's see. Production and Big Spice. Producer, Big Spice. Who was Big Spice? Maybe we can find them. Maybe we can find them. Let me see, man. That was great. That was great. I really do like that song, man. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't even gonna hold you. That shit was hot. That shit was hard. That shit was hard. Let me see if I can find them. Let me just type it in then. See if I can find them because, man, wow. And you can expect songs like that from Chenayder quite often. You can expect songs like that from Chenayder quite often, man. I guess this is him. This some white boy. I guess this is him. That shit was hard. That shit was hard, bro. That shit was hard. So listen, go listen to Chenayder today. Go listen to Vader today. Go listen to Norwich World today. Go listen to Vince Staples' new album, Crybaby, today. Go listen to Navy Blues' new album, Surrender, today. Go listen to that shit, man. Go listen to Swank, because she can rap. Go listen to him, man. You don't want to sleep. You don't want to sleep. Damn, that was good, boy. I can't wait to play this a little later. I cannot wait. All right, moving on to the miscellaneous news of the pod. I'm gonna go ahead and get these out the way right now, right? So, in case y'all didn't know, there was an incident that happened in South Carolina back in 2023, and it was the murder of a black teenager, a black young little boy. He was murdered by this Asian man at a gas station. His name is Rick Chow, 61, and he shot Cyrus Carmack Belton. He shot him in the back after chasing him from his convenience store in Columbia. Now, the man was found not guilty. No surprise there. It hurts. It's disgusting. You know, it continues to push the faith that I have for the system down even further. I mean, I already the whatever little bit that I had left been gone, but this just solidifies it anymore, even more. You understand what I'm saying? Because that young black boy did not have to die. He did not. That little boy didn't have to die. The fact that he took it upon himself to shoot this little boy, and apparently it's because he thought that he was stealing, and theft doesn't cost somebody's life. He saw that boy. This just lets you know how he feels about black people. And he owns a gas station. And yes, the gas station is in a black neighborhood. And I would call for every black person that lives there to never ever go to that gas station again. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say what I really want to say. But nobody should ever go to that gas station again. That man should have life in prison right now, under the jail. And he's walking away free. He's walking away free. Nobody's life was in danger. He chased him off the lot of, first of all, chasing him out the door was enough. He chased him off the lot of the gas station and shot that boy in the back. Not only that, him and his son was chasing him. Conspiracy to murder. This goes to show how he looks at black people. Whenever they walk into that store, whenever they walk into the gas station, how they feel about him. And apparently there was an incident between him and another person, black person, going into that store, going into that damn gas station, right? But it didn't escalate to what happened then. You understand what I'm saying? This is fucking disgusting, bruh. There should be no way, and this is him. There should be no way on this fucking earth that he's able to walk away and still take care of his family and be there for his family. While the family of the boy that he killed has no son. He killed the next whoever. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't no telling what he could have been. He could have been a generational shifter to push the family further. But he ended that boy's life. It's nasty fucking work, man. It's nasty fucking work. But I'm glad that, you know, and obviously it goes even deeper to where, you know, they want to race war and stuff like that. I'm glad that my people ain't falling for this shit. But it's just like, bruh. You know, I was watching Deontay Kyle's pod, and he pointed out something so big, but with a few words. He said, black people, and I'm paraphrasing, but black people are the most hated, especially here in America. Yet, we've done nothing to nobody. And that shit hit home because you really think about it like, damn, no matter where we go, motherfuckers always want to look at us funny as if we the ones who held these particular people down, as if we the ones who are keeping them poor, as if we the ones who are the reason why they taking L's, as if we the reason why they can't get into college. When the oppressors that was oppressing my people been oppressing them and still out in a way to this day. Kept them from a lot of things, banning them from places and all types of shit. If it wasn't for my people and my ancestors doing what they doing, none of these motherfuckers would have rights out this bitch. Not an Asian, not a Mexican, not a Puerto Rican, but yet and still, you know, when my people go places, they looked at funny because of the color of their skin, something that we can't change because we well melanated. Because we're well melanated. And we ain't did nothing to nobody. It really goes to show how much the propaganda has been pushed, especially after the Black Panther movement. Especially even more prominent during the crack era. Really goes to show how much the propaganda was been pushed, the lies and the brainwashing that has been done upon other people, even our own people. To really look away from the real threat of what caused a lot of the mayhem. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this shit, it just doesn't make any sense. Last thing, 'cause I don't want to stay on this too long, right? Because this type of news is exhausting. It's fucking nasty. But a defense lawyer of Child said Child fired to defend his son, Andy Child, nigga named Andy, only after the team pointed a gun at him. They said this case is not about a shoplifter. This case is about a father who sees a gun pointed at his son and had to make a decision. No evidence is garnered that the little boy pointed a gun at him. Like, no evidence. No evidence of this boy pointing a gun at nobody. He just saw a black person and wanted to catch a hat. That's all. He just wanted a black body on his hands, bro. Thinking that he doing something for society. Thinking that he gonna move up in the ranks and get next to them people. And them people ain't never gonna accept him because he ain't them. It's nasty, man. It really is. This shit is sad to see. You know, that little boy didn't have to die, man. Theft, and it wasn't even that because nobody was stealing nothing, doesn't cause nobody life. He ran away. That should have been the end of it. But instead, you chased him down to kill him. And he ain't do nothing. So, that's it on that story, man. Fuck that guy. Nigga want to go back to Rick. Rick Chow. Old ass nigga. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, bro. It really is. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad. Damn. What a shame. All right, let's moving on, man. Let's see what else we got on our way. The AI bubble, that shit is on the way. The AI bubble is on the way. This is just miscellaneous news. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this shit because we got the most important part of the pod coming up. But Nadella, he is the CEO of Microsoft. He says that Microsoft overcorrected on OpenAI reliance. Now, there was another article that came out, I think, 2 weeks ago, and they were saying that they may have overcalculated how much it is. It might be more expensive to introduce and have AI than it is to pay actual employees. There are 7 companies that are funding themselves right now. It's NVIDIA, Oracle, damn, I can't think of the other companies right now. But it's 5 of the companies that are like basically funding each other. They take out loans, they invest in this company, the valuation go up, they take profits, they take a loan, they invest in this company, the valuation go up, they take profits, and they just like, it's just a circle jerk of companies basically investing within themselves. And that can't last forever. First of all, the economy is in fucking shit. The AI bubble is going to burst. We don't know when. We don't know what that's going to look like. But I can tell you it's not going to be good for the economy at all. I know a lot of y'all are wanting, my goddamn back itching. I know a lot of y'all are wanting for the economy, for the AI bubble to burst. But just know that's going to come with a higher inflation and a lot more things coming down as well. And I don't mean in price. So, they have overcorrected. So let's go ahead and see what they're talking about. They said in a wide-ranging interview published this week alongside Microsoft Build 2026, CEO Satya Nadella offered a candid assessment of the company's AI trajectory, acknowledging that its early dependence on OpenAI left it playing catch-up and detailing how the tech giant is now charting a more self-reliant course through proprietary models, disciplined infrastructure, allocation, and a new pricing paradigm for the agent era. New pricing paradigm. So, of course, they are expecting for this shit to keep going up. But a crash is going to have to happen. Inflation is through the fucking roof, and it's not going to come down anytime soon. The stock market is overvalued, especially looking at the Warren Buffett indicator. The stock market is overvalued like a motherfucker, like the most it's been ever. We're gonna see a crash in that. The dollar is losing its value slowly but surely. The Strait of Hormuz is still closed. That motherfucker is not open right now. That shit is still closed. And with every day that it's closed, it does 3 days worth of damage. So that hasn't even been priced in yet. We had like 6 months, a little bit more now of damage when it comes to, prices of goods and oil and stuff like that. Fertilizer, that's getting hit. The price of fertilizer is gonna go up, which is gonna make the prices of groceries go up. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's a bubble right now, and it's in multiple sectors. And we keep getting headlines of these lies of talking about, oh, Trump and Xi Jinping agrees to keep the Strait of Hormuz open. How the fuck do you agree to keep it open when Iran is the one that controls it? Iran is the one who says, y'all got to pay in this amount. Y'all got to pay this amount in this denomination. They the ones who control this shit. How are they going to be able to do this? They can't. And that just came out, it said Iran ain't up for no negotiations right now. They bringing America down to its fucking knees. On top of us still feeling the effects of what happened during the housing crisis back in 2008, 2009. And then the private credit market, I just learned, is at an all-time high. That shit about to crash. It's getting ugly out here, man. It's getting ugly out here. The AI bubble is gonna burst along with a lot more other things. It ain't just the AI bubble. And if that is the first domino to fall, just know we're gonna see something crazy. And I'm not saying this to scare you or anything like that. I'm just basically giving you a heads up, giving you a warning of what's to come. Because I'm telling you now, it's gonna get fucking ugly. Mother, I can't wait for the AI bubble to burst. They think that's gonna bring the RAM prices down. No, it's not. Me motherfuckers, if we don't do nothing about it, these motherfuckers still gonna continue to build these data centers and all types of shit, man. Like, that's gonna make inflation go up even higher. Inflation don't just hit one product. It hits everything that has a price to it. You understand? So, this shit, listen, when the AI bubble bursts, just buckle up. I hope it ain't bad. I hope it ain't too bad. I hope it ain't something that we ain't gonna feel right now or instantly. Normally we feel the effects of everything, 6 months or a couple years afterwards, everything done went down. You feel me? But man, if this is what it is, and it's like this now, I'm telling you, bro, it's gonna get fucking ugly. Ray Dalio, he's calling it right now. Hold on. Let's see. Ray Dalio, he's calling it. He's one of the world's most prolific AI investors, right? Investors right now, billionaire investors. That's the book that I read. What is The Changing World Order? This is who made it. This white man right here. He warns that the AI bubble is bursting even as technology proves its value. Remember what I told you about it proving its value, it proves its value. Remember I told you about that's because these same companies are it's like 3 different companies holding up the stock market, but there's a lot of these companies that's basically funding this, so circle jerking this themselves. You understand what I'm saying? All of the money going to the same thing. So they said, billionaire investor Ray Dalio told Bloomberg Television on June 3rd that the blooming artificial intelligence market is showing signs of a bubble that will eventually burst, cautioning that investors risk losing money even if the underlying technology proves transformative. Separately, hedge fund manager Bill Ackman warned that the current market resembles the dot-com bubble of 2000, which I'm doing my research on that, and apparently when that bubble burst, everything started crashing down. But when everything started going up, you can make your money in anything because shit, everything was going up. High tides raise all boats type shit. They said with capital chasing trendy sectors while overlooking high quality companies. So go look up on who Bill Ackman is. I know who that is. That's a hedge fund manager. He's saying it, and Ray Dalio saying it. And there's a couple more analysts and shit like that that's been in this market. They've been in these markets for quite some time and seen crashes and bubbles and shit like that. Like they know what they're talking about. And you can see this shit yourself, especially when you understand like what is everything invested in. Tech stocks are running shit right now, bro. This shit can't go up forever. At some point, something has to happen. Man, it's gonna get fucking ugly. And this is what they saying. I'm telling you, bro. This is, again, I don't know if when the AI bubble bursts, I don't know if this is going to be good for anybody. You feel me? Do we want it to? Yeah. But what is that going to look like? Our prices going to come down still for a lot of these things, or is things going to continue to go up in price? I'm going with the latter. Let's see. Oh, cryptocurrency is here to fucking stay, y'all. Cryptocurrency is here to stay. Coinbase funds first Bitcoin mortgage backed by Fannie Mae. Let me read that again. Coinbase funds first Bitcoin mortgage backed by Fannie Mae. So Coinbase has funded the first Fannie Mae insured mortgage in the U.S. using Bitcoin-backed collateral, bringing digital assets into a part of the housing finance market traditionally dominated by cash savings and bank deposits. So you wasn't able to, the only way you was able to have an insured mortgage was through like loans and shit like that, or through savings account. Now you can do Bitcoin. So if you own Bitcoin, you can take a loan out against it to purchase your first home. They said the first ever Fannie Mae insured mortgage backed by BTC in the U.S. just got funded, originated and serviced by Better, powered by Coinbase, rolling out nationwide this summer. Crazy. Get your house and keep your crypto. So you can loan against your BTC or your cryptocurrency, and you can buy a home or whatever the case may be. I borrowed against my cryptocurrency before to buy cash generating assets, which I'm going to do that again. These prices are coming down right now, which I'm going to get into it in the investment portion of the pod because, oh my God, it's looking fucking beautiful. And I hope this shit, oh man, it's lovely right now. But it says buy a home without converting your portfolio by using BTC or USDC as collateral for your down payment. So again, you can borrow against your Bitcoin or your USDC, United States dollar currency, which is a stable coin. Which is a stable coin on Coinbase, which is backed by Circle, which is owned by Coinbase. You can borrow against it. You can collateralize against your Bitcoin and your USDC, and you can buy your home. Now, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Now, for the average motherfucker, I don't know if you own Bitcoin or own enough Bitcoin to borrow against it. You understand what I'm saying? So that you can buy a home and shit like that. But this is huge because you essentially is borrowing against yourself. You're not going to nobody to buy to get a loan and nothing like that. You're borrowing from your own self. And you know, it might not be smart right now to collateralize against Bitcoin because the currency is fluctuating. But just think within the coming years when Bitcoin becomes more stabilized, when it's at $1 million+ and shit like that, you borrow against your Bitcoin. Like me, I'm buying as much Bitcoin as I possibly can. And I'm able to get a loan against it to buy whatever the fuck I want to buy, and then I just pay myself back interest on top of it, and I'm just getting like, bruh, that shit is amazing. Or if I don't want to liquidate my BTC, I can use USDC, a stable coin that's stable, that's pegged to the US dollar. That's stable basically. That's what it is, a stable coin that doesn't go up and down in price depending on how much money that you have in each. You understand what I'm saying? I can use either or. That's fucking fire. Like, I just realized I'm gonna get to that to the investor portion of the pod, but this is crazy, man. Crypto is here to stay. That's basically what I wanted to hit on. Crypto is here to stay. This shit is not going nowhere. Crypto is here to stay. This ain't going nowhere. You understand? Think of all the blockchain. Just grow. Listen, you don't have to be a big researcher in this shit to really understand where the future is headed and nothing like that. But if you just need a little bit of guidance, bro, go to crypto.news. Go to crypto.news and just click on one of these articles. And it's gonna show you who, like, the companies that they're using, the people they partnering with, and go look up these companies. The Fed, the House Committee, Morgan Stanley. Go look these people up. You understand what I'm saying? Go to, like, I got all this shit bookmarked, bro. Go to like CoinDesk. You understand what I'm saying? Or let's see, what's another one? Go to like there was one that I like. Is it the Crypto Basic? No, the Cryptopolitan. Go to the Cryptopolitan, bro. Click on one of these articles and figure out, okay, Grayscale, who the fuck is that? What do they have in their investments and shit like that? Like, just go look this up. Or if that's a little too intricate for you, then you can just go on a broader scale. Look at governments who are using and buying it and see what they saying, the policies and protocols, and you know what I'm saying, the law behind. Like, you can go and do that shit, bro. Go do your research, man. Go do your research, bro. I'm telling you, this is where this shit ain't going nowhere, and it's ramping up. It's ramping up. Like, quickly. You feel me? I don't want y'all to be left behind, man. So just go look that shit up, bro. Crypto is here to stay, man. You can now borrow against using Fannie Mae. You can borrow against your Bitcoin to buy a home. Collateralize your crypto to buy a home. That's fucking huge. Man, that's huge, bro. This shit ain't going nowhere. At all. Let's see. Last thing in the miscellaneous news. Oh, this is my problem, right? This is my problem. So the U.S. Senate passed a $70 billion funding for ICE, Border Patrol. It was senators voted 52-47, so it was fairly close. They passed a bill for $70 billion. Now it passed the Senate. Now it got to go to the House. It got to go to the House to get moved to the president's desk. I believe that's how that worked. And yeah, man, $70 billion to fund. Yeah, it says the bill still needs to clear the lower chamber of Congress, the House of Representatives. So yeah, I was right. $70 billion to fund ICE, Border Patrol. Are y'all not mad? This is my problem with this whole thing, right? With this whole government. You understand what I'm saying? They have us vote for Congress and the president. And we got our local votes too. But the citizens don't have a say in this. This is my problem with this type of shit right here. The citizens don't have a say in this. The citizens of America, the ones who pay taxes to this bitch that can't even, that they don't even collect enough of to pay the debt on the $39 trillion in debt that America is in. Don't even make enough to cover the debt. And we paying taxes. Why we still paying taxes? If our money is going to shit like this, why are we still paying taxes? Can anybody answer that? Why don't the American citizens have a say in this? Why these bills are being drawn up and then they're being voted upon with the U.S. Senate and the House of Representatives and shit like that, and the citizens don't get a say in this? Where was our vote? Why didn't you? Hey, we got a bill coming out. We want everybody to go back to the polls, and this is to pass a $70 billion bill for such and such and such. We should have that say in that. $70 billion, G? Do you know how much money? Do you not know how much that can go back into America's pockets? Because inflation is so high, motherfuckers can't afford nothing out this bitch. You understand what I'm saying? Groceries going up, gas going up. They spending your hard-earned money. Because any money going through the government is our money, bro. The citizens have full access to this shit. I don't go for what they say. We the one who make this fucking country go round, so this is our money. They willing to take $70 billion to back ICE and Border Patrol than to fund their own citizens. This is my problem with all of this shit. Y'all don't have a problem with this? $70 billion, G, that's fucking insane. When that can easily go to healthcare and, checks that can go to people, helping single parents, single mothers, anything that can go back to help the 70 billion help students get through college. Anything. This is what we should have a say-so in. They give us a vote. They give us a vote with no demands behind it. They allow us to vote and they don't adhere to our demands because we don't make any after the vote is done, after the voting is done. We should be able to vote on where things go to. If we got $70 billion, they should let the American citizens know if we got $7 billion, these are the things that they can go to. Improve the roads, put people through college, put it in investments so that way these investments can turn into dividends for the people. You understand what I'm saying? This can go to anything. This can go to anything. We should be able to vote on where this shit can go to. But instead, the American citizens have no say in this. This is fucking nasty. No way on earth they should be able to pass bills that fly under the radar like this. And we don't get a say so in it. We should be able to say, hey, this 70 billion is gonna go to a community. And then all the money that's being made in that community will go back to the community. And excess funds will be able to help fund other communities alike. It's fucking gross. It really is. It's gross, and I can't stand shit like this, man. This is the type of shit that get under my skin a little bit because, again, the American citizens aren't even aware that this is happening, and we should be able to say where the money goes at all times. It's our money, period. Argue with your mom. Argue with your mom about that shit, boy. It's nasty fucking work, man. It is. It is. Now, it's time for my most favorite portion of the pod, man. Investing. I hope y'all been doing it. I hope y'all been saving. So let me go ahead and hit on this right now. Then I'm going to go into what I wanted to hit on earlier. It was 2 points that I wanted to make earlier. I believe I still have it memorized in my head as I'm talking. So the crypto market is down right now. You know, I'm a big crypto investor. This is basically all I talk about. Y'all might wonder why you don't talk about stocks and stuff like that. I know that's traditional for y'all. That's what y'all know most. And the crypto market is the crypto market, blah, 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 right? Oh, damn. Bitcoin back to 61K. Damn. But I'm going to try to get one full Ethereum. But anyways, the crypto market is down right now, man. Like, let me see. The fear and greed index is at 16. I don't want to yell. I don't want to get overly like hyper and shit like that. So I just want to say, this is where wealth is built. This is an amazing time to buy. Like, this is one of the best. XRP is at $1.11. I'm hoping that XRP goes sub $1. I really do. I hope Ethereum come down to 1,300. I hope Bitcoin come down to 50, 40K. I really, really do. Why? Because I get to accumulate more and more and more at cheaper prices. So when things go back up, oh my God, I'm gonna be in so much profit. So I'm trying to get this cash flow, man. I'm trying to build up this cash flow, bro, so I can invest a lot more aggressively. The fear and greed index is at 16. This is an amazing time to buy right now, bro. Remember what I said earlier, crypto ain't going nowhere. These prices only reflect a momentary time. A moment in time where the bottom, where the bottom right now is being bought up for the future top. You know, I fully believe that Bitcoin is gonna go to $1 million by 2030. Ain't nothing gonna stop it. I fully believe that XRP can hit $100 by 2030. Maybe even sooner than that. I fully believe that. I really do believe that H-bar gonna hit $5, $10 soon. You understand me? Like, I really do believe that. And I'm investing as much as I can, man. Like, I'm trying to build up my portfolio so that way I can expand my portfolio into other things. Like, I had just took profits on some stuff and I stuffed more to my cash value life insurance. I'm going to borrow from my cash value life insurance and buy more crypto. I don't know if I want to put, you know, some of it here, some of it there, or just do the whole chunk and throw it into one thing. I don't know what I want to do yet, but what I do know is I want to buy more. I want to buy more. This is an amazing time to buy, man. If you got extra cash to spare, go ahead and throw it into this market. This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I can only tell you what I'm doing, and I'm buying more. And what I want to buy more of is Bitcoin, XRP. Let me see what else. Stellar, XLM, Chainlink. That's at $7.45. Oh my God. I bought this shit at $25 because I thought it was gonna keep going up. Nigga, I lowered my average cost to $14.65. If I can get it down to 10, 9. If I can get it down to 9, I'll be happy. If I can get down to 10, I'll be happy. I want to get down to 9. You understand? What else? I want to buy more H-bar. That's at 8 cents. Oh my God, bruh. Beautiful prices. I want to get Ondo. I want to add that to the portfolio because there's a lot of good things going on with that. I just sold out of Polkadot. I just sold out the rest of my Polkadot. I put in like $800 on that shit. That shit came all the way. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just take my losses and I'm gonna file this on my taxes and get that money back next year. So I just sold everything and whatever that was left. It was like $100 or something left. I just put it into XRP or something I had put it into. Yeah, man, this is an amazing time to buy right now, bro. This is an amazing time to buy. Flare, I want to buy more of that. That's below a penny. V-Chain, I want to buy more of that. That's below a penny. I bought more Z-Back. That's below a penny. So yeah, man, I want to get more into Z-Back. Z-Back. But Flare, V-Chain, definitely want to get more than them because they well below a penny, and I believe in them. I want to get way more into XLM because the DTCC had announced their partnership with XLM as one of the many chains that is going to be tokenizing assets onto their blockchain and shit like that. So yeah, man, this is an amazing time to buy. This is where wealth is built, and you can, have money for the future, bro. You can have money for the future for sure. Things go up, take some profits. Don't get greedy. Me, I love when I see red. That's when it's time to buy. When it's blood in the streets, it's time to eat. Shout out to Chris Sane. I got that shit from him. I love that shit, bro. I love when things are low. This is letting me know that I can buy even more of what I own. So listen, man, make sure that y'all invest, save, invest. I mean, I can't wait, bro. I cannot wait. This is gonna be fucking great, man. Like I said, I'm gonna borrow for my life insurance policy. I'm gonna buy more crypto. I'm hoping that it come down some more. And then if there is a bottom, if we do see the bottom, I'm gonna borrow from my crypto, and I'm gonna buy more cash generating assets, and I'm gonna let those cash generating assets pay back the loan. I'm gonna let the cash generating assets pay back the loan, man. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm just trying to build as much as I can. So I wanted to hit on this. You don't have to invest in crypto, but there are other things that you can add to your portfolio. Real estate. I seen a lot of cheap houses, man. I'm like, damn, I can buy this motherfucker $25K. I can buy this motherfucker $50. You understand what I'm saying? And rent that shit out and gain cash flow. So my portfolio is going to consist of, and is consisting of, crypto, stocks, preferably dividend stocks, and maybe a couple growth stocks, but dividend stocks for sure. Pokemon cards. It may sound ridiculous to you, but that shit outperformed the S&P 500 by multiple times. Pokemon cards, comics. Now the Pokemon cards, I can look to buy some, sell them, flip them and shit like that. The comic books, I'm looking to hold them long term, especially for some issues that's gonna come out and they're gonna be one of them ones. I'm definitely gonna hold them long term, possibly forever. Something I could pass on to my church for them. So to not only read, but if they feel like they got the value out that shit, they can sell it if they want to. But comics, that's part of my portfolio. I said real estate. I said crypto, stocks, dividend stocks, Pokemon cards, comics, real estate. So that's 6 things in my portfolio: gold, silver, precious metals. So you count that as one thing. That's 6. Let me see what else. What else is gonna be a part of my portfolio? REITs. Now that's part of the dividend portfolio as well. But REITs, the real estate investment trusts, definitely gonna invest in those. So I can collect rent off of those off of that as well. The dividends basically the rent that they collect, but I'm gonna get into that as well. And it's something else that I want to add to my portfolio. I'm not really into figurines and shit like that to like buy and collect and sell, but it's something else I think I am forgetting. I'm trying to think, but it's something else that I'm forgetting. It's something else that I want to add to my portfolio. If you could think about it, make sure you go ahead and comment, bro, because I really don't know what it is. We are 2 hours and 2 minutes into this shit, man. Damn. I love this shit though. I love this shit. Oh, staking. That's another one. There we go. Staking. That's another one. That's part of the portfolio. Basically, putting my money into a staking protocol like Flare. Then I'm getting paid payments like every week, every day, or whatever the case may be of Flare. That's just basically free money for me just holding the asset and locking it up. And I can withdraw and unlock it at any time with Flare at least. Let me see what else. That might be it as far as everything in my portfolio, man. And then those little things create its own like little generation of money, like how I explained in previous portions of the pod. So like different sources of income. So the staking, that's a source of income. The dividend stocks, the dividend paying stocks, that's a source of income. Real estate, that's one source of income with multiple sources of income. Whether I own one property or 100 properties, that's 1 to 100 sources of income. Pokemon cards, that's another source of income. Comics that can turn into a source of income, but that's just basically for my growth portfolio. I said real estate. And there's some other shit, man. There's some other shit. Just creating that whole little thing, man. Those are creating. So I'm gonna have like hundreds of fucking dividend of passive income. I'm gonna have like hundreds of ways to create passive income and shit like that. With just like one thing, just real estate. And like the multiple QSIPs within them. If that makes sense. I almost fucked that up. But yeah, if that makes sense, then that's basically what I'm gonna be doing, man. So, and you could do the same thing, bro. It starts small, but it gets bigger. And guess what? You can expedite the process by building a business, borrowing from your life insurance policy if you got money in them, buying cash generating assets, pay back that loan, then you allow the cash generating assets to buy your crypto, whatever the case may be. Like you can start small, wherever you want to start at, man. The point being is just to invest, and save. Me personally, I invest first and then I save. So you can like I know for me, this is what I do, bro. I take a percentage of my check, I invest it. I take a percentage of my I take another percentage of my check and I save it. Now what I want to do is take my savings, put it into USDC, borrow against my USDC because I won't get liquidated. Right? If I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research on it. But if I borrow from my USDC as opposed to my BTC, I really won't have to worry about a liquidation risk because it's a stable coin, and I can buy a cash generating asset, or I can buy a crypto and just sit patiently wait for it to go up because they have very low prices. You understand what I'm saying? And then I can borrow from my cash. I could borrow from my life insurance policy as well, right? You know what? I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my savings up to a certain point because I'm gonna borrow from both, so I can, expedite it as much as I can. I'm gonna borrow from my life insurance policy, and I'm gonna buy either a cash generating asset or a crypto, whatever it is. I'm gonna take that chunk and I'm gonna buy it all in there. And then I'm gonna take a portion of my savings. Once I get my savings to a certain point, I'm gonna put it on USDC and I'm gonna borrow against it. And then I'm gonna collateralize so I could buy a cash generating asset, or do the same thing, put it in crypto, let that shit go up and pay back the loans, and now I got free money that's just generating. I think that's what I might do, but I'm gonna see though, man. I'm still waiting to see. I'm still waiting to see getting that call back for me and borrowing from my fucking crypto and shit like that, man. So that's exactly what I want to do. That's exactly what I'm going to do. And we're going to see how that shit work, bro. Again, there's so many different ways that you can get the flywheel moving. Like I said, you don't want to get left behind. You want to have some assets, especially going into 2030, man. You want to have something. Pokemon, gold, silver, oil, it don't matter. You want to have something. So make sure you invest in that, man. So let me go ahead and give you my rundown of what I do. You already know I talked about the Capo DR shit. That's already trademarked by my mentor or whatever. Capo DR, cash flow, take that cash flow, you put it into assets, appreciating assets. You take profits, you put it into protection. You take that protection and you can do what? Leverage against it. Now you can take that protection and whatever is protection for you, you can whether it be a savings account or now if you're looking to leverage, you might not be able to use that protection to leverage. You understand what I'm saying? If you are putting your money into a savings account, you understand what I'm saying? You might not be able to borrow against it, but you'll be able to you take that leverage. If you got into a life insurance policy or Bitcoin, you can borrow from either or. I don't recommend borrowing against your cryptocurrency because it is extremely volatile and you will risk liquidation. But you can borrow against that shit, life insurance policy, and you can buy a cash generating asset, allow the cash generating asset to pay off that loan on top of whatever you want to put it towards so that you can expedite that process, or you can put it to a cryptocurrency, sit patiently, continue to accumulate over time, and then, let that shit go up, let it rip, and now you got free money. You take that house money, you pay off that loan, now you got free money, man. So you could do it either way. There's a lot of ways that you can start this shit, but it's just getting the flywheel going so that way you're not being left behind at all. That's all it is, bro. So, again, this is an amazing time to buy. It is an amazing time to buy right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. And if you were to buy here and prices start to go lower, don't fret. Buy more. Buy more. As a matter of fact, we can alleviate all that pain. Set up in a recurring buy. That's it. Go to Uphold, Coinbase, set up a recurring buy, and you can do. I don't know how much it is, like the minimum for it, but I believe the minimum is like $10 on Uphold. I don't know what it is on Coinbase, but $10 on Uphold. If you want to do $10 a week, you can do that. $10 a day, you can do that. $10. I don't know, $100 a month, however you want to set it up, you can do that shit. So that way you ain't even got to worry about it. And you ain't got to look at it anymore. And if you do start to make a little bit more money, or if you do get like windfalls of money, then you can take that money and expedite that process and put it into that cryptocurrency that you got a recurring buy on, or you can put it into something that's going to grow. So, like I said, I don't know what I want to do yet. I'm still worrying with the plan. I'm starting to take a little bit more risk. Like I said, I might end up just taking a portion of my savings once I get to a certain point. I'm going to put it on USDC. I'm going to collateralize it. I'm going to buy a cash generating asset. And then I'm going to pay that loan back without risking liquidation. And I'm going to continue for that. I'm going to just do that shit over and over again. You understand what I'm saying? Make sure that I'm able to pay back the loan fairly quickly. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do, bro. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. And every time I get paid, I'm gonna just do that shit. So yeah, man, this is it. This is what it is. Make sure that you invest. Make sure that you save. Also, I almost forgot with the copy of the yard shit. When you leverage the buy cash in the asset or whatever, make sure you de-risk. So let's go ahead and go over this whole playbook once again, man. Capital DR, cash flow. You take that cash flow, that income, you take your income, turn it into cash flow. Take that cash flow, put it into cash generating assets. You take those cash generating assets or something, or you put it into assets that's gonna grow. You take profits. Take your initial investment off and then a little bit more for you for taxes and profits and shit like that. Then you can take your profits and your original house money and you can do what you want to do, right? Whether that's save it, put it into protection. You can borrow against that protection, that cash value life insurance. Whether it's whole term or IUL, which is index universal life. You can borrow from that shit. You can, which is leverage it and buy something that's gonna create more cash, and then you de-risk every single time. It don't matter how much money you raking in, man. Pull that money off the top, and you can really do that shit with high risk assets like a dividend stock that's paying an absurdly high yield. Like for example, Stretch STRC MicroStrategy's fucking dividend paying preferred stock. They paying 11.5%, nigga. De-risk. You buy that shit, man. Take whatever money you got, take that money off the top and go put it in something that's gonna generate more assets or whatever the case may be, bro. De-risk, de-risk, de-risk. And if you need a little bit more help, hit me up. You can find me anywhere, man. My DMs are open. And if you want to pay me for that information, you can as well. I'm not asking for it, but if you want to, you can. I'm also accepting payment. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you. It's either for free or if you want to pay because, you know, you feel like you're getting some valuable and, you know, I'm giving you my time and shit like that. It's up to you, bro. I'm not going to hold that against you. If you want it for free, I got you. And either or, I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. I'm not going to gatekeep no information that I have. Just to be clear on that. So that's basically it, man. That's basically it. What I have for the pod. We are 2 hours and 13 minutes in, man. Damn. Was not expecting that, bro. But hey, we here. I told y'all I'm not gonna stop this shit. I love this shit. And make sure you share, tell a friend to get up on the pod, man. Share this shit with family members and shit like that. And I'm gonna make sure that I start having clips. Like I gotta make sure that I start bookmarking this stuff too. So that way, okay, I'm getting to this portion of the pod. So that way, when I edit, I can cut this certain things out, and I can add it and post it as like shorts and shit for my podcast channel and shit like that. So yeah, man, just make sure you do these things. I hope y'all really enjoyed the pod. I cannot wait for next week. I love doing this shit. I hope y'all love listening to what I have to say. And hopefully I'm bringing good value, man. And if I'm not, if you feel like I'm not bringing enough value, let me know. Because I'm always looking to improve. Even if nobody tells me that I need to improve, I'm always looking to improve whatever I'm doing. It don't matter if motherfucker tell me that or not. So just make sure, you know what I'm saying, you communicate with a nigga, man. Let a nigga know, hey, I don't like this, I don't like that, or there's more information on this, and I can come back and talk about it on the pod, and I can learn something new. And I hope y'all learned something as well. So yeah, man, this has been episode 68 of the Von Talks podcast. I hope y'all have a great rest of y'all week. I hope y'all have a great day. I hope y'all morning has been good. I hope everything has been good, man. I just hope that y'all are having a good time and y'all preparing for what's to come. And always come back to this. If you don't know, I'm here to let you know, man. I'm gathering information from a lot of different places as well, and I'm trying to put it all together, make it make sense, and gain from people that's smarter than me, so I can come back and retell the information. You feel me? So listen, I really do appreciate y'all for coming through. This has been episode 68 of the Von Talks podcast. Y'all make sure y'all exercise, drink some water, and fucking relax. And I'll most definitely see y'all last on the next one. Peace.